India already operates the S-400, a powerful Russian air defense system, and now New Delhi is eyeing something even bigger, the S-500. It is worth noting that the S-400 is used by several countries such as Russia, India, China, and Turkey, while the S-500 is currently deployed only by Russia. So the question is, would Russia really hand over its latest defense system to another country like India? Or would any export version come with certain limitations? Most importantly, what can the S-500 do that the S-400 cannot? And if India actually gets it, what will it mean for Pakistan, China, and the overall regional stability? Russia's long-range air defense journey started back in the late 1960s with early systems like the S-200. The famous S-300 came in the late 1970s and became the backbone of Soviet air defense. Then, Russia introduced the S-400 in 2007, offering far better range and accuracy. After that came the next giant leap, the S-500 Prometheus, officially entering service around 2021. And Russia isn't stopping here. They are reportedly working on the S-550, a more mobile, specialized anti-ICBM system. India signed a massive $5.43 billion deal with Russia in 2018 for 5 S-400 regiments. Deliveries began in 2021, and India has already received 3 regiments, each including multiple launchers, radars, and missiles like the 48N6 and 40N6, with ranges of up to 400 kilometers. However, the delivery of the remaining 2 regiments faced significant delays and is now expected to be completed in the 2026 to 2027 financial year. So why does India want the S-500? The S-500 is claimed to intercept some of the fastest threats in the world, including ballistic and hypersonic missiles flying at nearly 7 kilometers per second, Mach 20. It offers an extended 500 to 600 kilometer range for aircraft, ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and other aerial targets, compared to the S-400's roughly 400 kilometers, and can engage targets at 180 to 200 kilometer altitude, reaching into near space. The system can track and attack up to 10 high-speed targets at once, and its response time is extremely quick, just 3 to 4 seconds, almost twice as fast as the S-400. With these features, the S-500 goes beyond normal air defense, offering the ability to counter hypersonic weapons, stealth aircraft, ballistic missiles, and even low-orbit space threats. For India, these abilities matter because the region is getting more intense. China is developing hypersonic glide vehicles and longer-range ballistic missiles. Pakistan is improving its missile accuracy and introducing newer cruise missile variants. So, India views the S-500 as a shield for the next 20 to 30 years. So, how could India's S-500 deal look? Russia has already hinted that it may export the S-500 after fulfilling its own military needs. If India pushes hard, the earliest deliveries could begin around 2028 to 2030. However, it is likely that the S-500 India receives will have certain limitations compared to the version currently deployed by the Russian military. This is standard practice for Russia in the global arms trade, especially for its most sensitive and advanced defense technologies. Potential restrictions in the S-500 export version could include reduced intercept range and less sophisticated interceptor missiles. Despite this, the export version of the S-500 would still be better than the export version of the S-400 that India currently operates, which also had certain limitations. A single S-500 regiment could cost $2 to $3 billion, so if India plans to acquire 2 to 3 regiments, the deal could easily reach $6 to $9 billion. Final costs will depend on Russia's production capacity and India's urgency. If India acquires the S-500, it would gain the ability to target threats in near space, including high-altitude ballistic missiles, hypersonic weapons, and even low-orbit satellites. This would be a major boost to India's defensive and strategic capabilities. China is unlikely to welcome India gaining such near-space defense capability. Beijing may respond by deploying more advanced missiles in Tibet or accelerating its own anti-missile systems to maintain strategic balance. Pakistan would also feel the pressure, as the S-500 could threaten high-altitude ballistic missiles and reduce the effectiveness of some of its deterrent options. Islamabad may respond by enhancing MIRVs, deploying decoys, using low-flying cruise missiles, or strengthening ties with China for counter-systems. Overall, India acquiring the S-500 could trigger a silent arms race in the region, as neighboring countries work to counterbalance its enhanced capabilities.